Welcome to this Windows and computer channel, and I've had a few questions that people asked me about this in the past couple of weeks, and it's been a long time since I actually talked about it, so I think it's a good idea to kind of go back and see in 2019, almost 2020 now, what are the good practices and the dangers of being on a public free Wi-Fi. So here's a few pointers and a few things you should and should not do. So first of all, yes, with most cell phone contracts giving you data caps, it's kind of something that a lot of people want to do, connect to public Wi-Fi, because of course they don't use their data, and it allows them to connect their phones, tablets, or laptop computers to do work or do all sorts of things and surf the web. Now, there are dangers in being connected to public Wi-Fi, and there are ways you can also protect yourself. And so, kind of do and don't of free Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi. Here's the thing. First of all, your phone should never be in automatic connect mode. That means, when your phone finds networks that it already knows, it tends to want to connect to them automatically. When it's your home network, that's okay. But when it's a public Wi-Fi, it's not as a good idea, because automatic connect, even if you're not using your phone, might mean that you're connected and kind of vulnerable somehow. So, you should always connect manually, only when you want to connect, and not let your phone connect automatically. And one of the things that I do personally to avoid this is to go into settings on my phone and turn off Wi-Fi once I'm gone from home or from work. Like that, Wi-Fi cannot connect automatically unless I want it to. And so what I'll do is reactivate Wi-Fi for a public connectivity. The other thing you should never connect to, and this is really a must today, if a public Wi-Fi that you actually go to does not require a password of some sort, you should never connect. Open Wi-Fi that has no password means it's out in the clear. Anybody can snoop on what you're doing. So that's something you should never. There are two ways you can connect with a password. It can be a open Wi-Fi that requires a login. That's one way to protect. Or a open Wi-Fi that, or basically a Wi-Fi that would require you to know what is the public key, what is the password to connect to the Wi-Fi, and that's the way it should be. Once you actually enter a password, most of the time that means you also will have some form of encryption on the connection, so it lowers the risk of having people snoop on you. The other thing you should have is always have the latest updates on every device. One of the ways that you can actually get problems is by having a device that's not updated. So you're using an old tablet that doesn't have updates anymore. Well, that could be a security risk, because through the security flaws of the operating system, something could happen on public Wi-Fi. Remember that you can be snooped on in many ways on public Wi-Fi. So the better you have, the more updates and latest updates you have on security, the better it is, because a lot of them use older security flaws to actually access your data. On public Wi-Fi, you should never do banking. You should never do shopping. These are things that you don't do, because you don't want to have that risk of maybe getting some snooping done, and you might have your personal information stolen, or credit card and stuff. One of the best practices, one of the things that would be useful on a connection if you use them a lot, is to actually subscribe to a VPN service, a virtual private network, and set it up on your phone. When you're on a VPN, it's always encrypted from your phone to whatever you're doing. This adds a tremendous amount of security. Even on an open Wi-Fi that requires no password, a VPN would actually protect you. So that, of course, is one of the things that is probably the number one security feature of any device that you would use, is really use a VPN when connected to Wi-Fi on public networks. It really shields you from a lot of the attacks and the problems that could actually happen. So these are a few pointers concerning free Wi-Fi. And don't forget, once you are actually done, to disconnect the Wi-Fi. Turn it off, and you should be okay. And of course, if you have a laptop and a phone, and if your phone has, pretty good data cap or unlimited data, don't connect to public Wi-Fi. You know what? Use your phone as a hotspot to actually connect your laptop to. That will actually be a much better and more secure way of doing things, because you'll be on your own little connection, a little bit like being on your connection at home. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thanks for watching.